Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in before we start building on the topic for the day. Hopefully, everybody is having a powerful Saturday. Keeping it peaceful, keeping it productive, efficient, positive, prosperous, all of those good things, man. I just want to chop it up with you all tonight real quick. Give everybody a chance to tune on in. To Renzo, my brother, what's going on? What's the word? How everybody holding up? Montel, what's going on with you, my brother? We're gonna tackle some important information today. We're gonna tackle some important information. Magic Realms, peace. What's going on with you, Quez? What's going on with you, my brother? Antoinette, peace, queen. What's going on? Shakir, what's going on with you? Oh, Montel, man, everything is smooth my way. Darvin, what's going on with you? Lorenzo, y'all have fun in that snow. Y'all have fun. Keep that over there. I know y'all used to it, though. TZ, I just saw that. I just saw Marvin Hagler pass, man, with complications of the vaccine. But they not, of course, going to attribute it to that. But I just saw that. Like, I literally was just looking at that. But, of course, they not attributing anything to the vaccine. They not doing that. Varen, what's going on with you? But we finna dive into the gullibility, predictability. Justin, what's going on? The gullibility and the predictability of America, man. Everything that's currently happening right now, the Shell Peace Queen, what's going on with you? Everything that's currently happening right now. Everything that's currently happening right now is predictable. It's predictable. It's predictable. It has been predicted. TZ, oh yeah, no doubt. They're gonna keep that concealed, man. They're not gonna expose that truth. They're not gonna expose that reality. They're not gonna expose it, man. But we real gullible as a people, man. They got these mask mandates out here, man. They got a few states to where it ain't statewide that it's a requirement that you wear your mask, man. So we got a few states, I think, what's it, Texas, Montana, Iowa, and this is another one. Forgot what's the other state, but it's not statewide that you have to wear the mask, man. So they lifting the restrictions out here because, again, talking about the COVID cases are declining. Now, we already been through this. Mays and Lindell, what's going on? We didn't already been through this. We didn't already talked about what was going to happen when they selected Biden. This is something that, I think it's Wyoming, Justin. This is something that we already knew, though. It was like, all right, Biden going to get selected. What's going to happen? All right, they're going to administer this vaccine. What's going to happen once the vaccine is administered? Then all of a sudden, we're going to start seeing the cases decline. Why? Because, again, they're going to make it seem like the vaccine is effective. So now you administer the vaccine, cases go down, then it's like, oh, vaccine must be working. So that's exactly what's happening. So, again, we already knew that this was going to happen. Introverted, and it's crazy, which again is interesting and also predictable as well. That's very predictable too, that people are fighting to keep the mask on. They living in this fear again, living in this fear. They done had, like, they got it to the point now that we so conditioned to these masks now that we afraid to take them off. We think we gonna instantly get sick if we take these masks off all of a sudden. So what they gonna do, they're gonna slowly incorporate these mask mandates out here and lift some of the restrictions, and they're gonna make people feel a little more comfortable without the mask. Again, creating this war between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. So again, the vaccinated are gonna walk around without the mask on. They're gonna walk around without the mask on, and they're gonna make that appear to be okay. They're gonna make that appear to be the move. All right, you get the vaccine, then you free to walk around without this mask in certain crowds, and won't nothing happen to you. Yeah, Magic Rims, they was telling people to double up. They was telling people to double up on the mask. All of that, all of that good stuff. Now they telling them to take the mask off. You don't have to wear the mask. If you're around other vaccinated people, then you can take that mask off. Now, once you get around the unvaccinated or the non-vaccinated, then you must put this mask back on. So again, that's creating tension. That's creating conflict. Because with that being said, now you got to incorporate some type of code of conduct to determine who's vaccinated, who's not vaccinated. This is where the problem is going to come into play, because we got to have something that determines who is vaccinated and who is not vaccinated. That's when it's going to get real. So they slowly but surely introducing that or incorporating that. Because again, they telling people, if you around people that's been vaccinated, you can take the mask off, if it's not that large of a group. But when you get around people who have not been vaccinated, all right, got a problem. Got to throw that mask back on. So we got to be able to determine who is vaccinated, who is not. That's when it's going to get real. That's when it's going to get real in the field. Yeah, Torenzo, and it's crazy. I actually had just started watching that. Torenzo, no doubt. We definitely don't live in fear. Definitely. And then, hey, introverted. Yeah, Twilight Zone is exactly what we in. Or that Black Mirror. Yeah. Yeah, Montel, it might go from stickers to chips. You never know how you never know how it go. We may not be able to enter certain places if you haven't been vaccinated. Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it, man. They would definitely incorporate something like that, man. You won't be able to enter a certain vicinity and all of that good stuff, man, without you having that vaccine or being vaccinated. Oh, man, yeah, definitely. And again, they basically sacrificing the elders, man. That's why a lot of older folks are getting the shot first or getting the vaccine first. At least they promoting that via the media. A lot of the older folks, a lot of the elders out here talking about, I got the vaccine, this, that, and third. And it has taken some of them out too, but they're not they're not going to talk about that, and they're not going to attribute the cause of death to the vaccine, like the side effects from the vaccine. So they're not going to do that. Introvert, and look, they got a lot of control over us, man, just due to manipulation, deception. We know how they move. They have deceived us, man. They have manipulated us. And one thing they have done, they have studied us. So they know what to do to get us to move the way that they want us to move, because they have studied us. That's why in reverse, we got to study them so we can stay 20 steps ahead of them. See, when you study them and master them, then you know what's coming before it comes. So you able to prep for it. You able to defend yourself, or you able to just stay on the offensive. Instead of always having to react, we can be more proactive when we learn how they move. Introverted, and that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Eats everything under the sun, yet afraid of the virus. You eat everything under the sun, and y'all heard me vent about this a million times. Eating everything under the sun, eating whatever it is that you want to eat, yet you walking around with the mask on and afraid to take it off because you're afraid of a virus. You ain't afraid of heart disease, though. You ain't afraid of diabetes. You ain't afraid of any of that. But you're afraid of a virus, though. So you keeping that mask on because you're afraid of a virus. You eating everything and anything under the sun. Yeah, you afraid of a virus. You are afraid to take a mask off. But you walking around eating something that can contribute to heart disease, to diabetes, to all forms of cancer. But you afraid of a virus, man, got you walking around with a mask on. Like I said, walking around with the mask on, going into McDonald's. That's counterproductive, and it doesn't make any sense. Lindell, I have yet to see that. Like my way, where everybody that tell me to wear the mask, they be having the mask on in these businesses, but that's crazy. I tell people off the bat when they come into my establishment, man, you ain't really got to wear that mask. And I haven't had any case of any type of COVID coming in and out of my gym. That just goes to show you, man, it's all fear mongering, man. That's it. That's it. If you do what you need to do, which you should have been doing in the first place, man, you're gonna be a-okay. And even if you do come across something, even if you do get a virus or things of that nature, man, it's gonna run its course real quickly, or rather quickly. So again, man, when you taking care of yourself internally and externally, then you're not really worried about it. It can't really do any damage to you, man. The only way a virus can do damage to you in the first place is if you're not clean, if you're not healthy, if you're not taking care of yourself. That's the only way a virus can really do some damage on you. Only way. Oh yeah, introverted. Then they didn't ate the virus plus more. They didn't ate the virus plus a lot more. Oh yeah, Darwin, man, definitely fear. Like fear is big. Fear is a big tactic that they utilizing, man, just to get people to get this vaccine. And just it's a bad decision, man. It's a bad decision. Because what's crazy, this is what's crazy about it. This is what's crazy about this vaccine. This is how funny the situation is. You got people getting this vaccine, right, that haven't been sick during this whole pandemic. And they getting the vaccine and they talking about, oh, I feel good after getting the vaccine. Man, you was good before you got the vaccine. You were never sick. So it's like people getting the vaccine talking about they feel good as if they were ever sick in the first place. You didn't have a cold during the pandemic and you get the vaccine talking about you feel good. What are you talking about? You've been feeling good this whole entire time. So don't attribute the vaccine to you feeling good. I have seen that. I've literally seen that. I got the vaccine. I feel good. Man, you were good before that. Nothing was wrong with you before that. RBG all day, man. What's going on? Oh, most definitely. We need our own everything. Doctors, scientists, historians, archaeologists. I mean, anything you can name, mathematicians, anything you can name. We need our own version of that. And we need our own version to do it for our own people. See, we got a lot of these already. We got a lot of doctors and scientists, but then we take our talents to their side. And we don't utilize our talents to help our people. We take our talents and we go to their corporations with those talents, with those skills, with those abilities. And we make them rich. We make them wealthy. So we need to take those talents and we need to do something for our own people utilizing those talents. That's what we need to do because we got plenty of doctors. We got plenty of scientists. But they in these white-owned corporations giving away all their skills, talents, energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears to them. Oh, introvert. I already know. I feel bad. Listen, I always feel bad for the future. I be feeling bad for the babies that's here and for the babies that's not here yet because it doesn't appear as if a lot is changing. You know, a lot is really not changing, man. A lot of these same bad habits. Matter of fact, it's really done got worse during this pandemic, man, because we really see how bad off people are out here. We really see how bad off people are out here, man. So it really didn't got worse. So they really passing down way more fear. So it didn't got worse, man. So it's gonna get worse. Like this pandemic happened and it didn't make people stronger. It made us a lot weaker, man, because that fear got us. They instilled more fear in us that we're gonna continue to pass down to the future. And it's terrible. It's terrible. Magic rims, they question absolutely nothing when it comes to the news. If the news say, not only the news, they don't question anything that comes, like they don't question what comes from the news. They don't question what comes from these doctors. They don't question what these teachers are out here teaching. I mean, all of that. They question absolutely none of that. None of it. They don't question any of that. If that person is a doctor, they gonna believe everything that doctor tells them. This person is a so-called dentist. They're gonna believe everything this dentist tells them because they have this label. They're gonna believe the news. They gonna believe these teachers. They gonna think that these teachers know what they talking about because they out here teaching a particular subject. Like, we believe any and everything. We don't question anything. I'm gonna question the expert. Nobody is above that. Nobody is above that. I don't care what your title is, man. That don't make you the master of that particular subject matter, man. Period. I'm doing the knowledge to everybody. I'm examining everybody and everything. I don't care who says it. Like, I don't care. I don't care who says it, man. I am questioning you. You tell me something, I'm not just gonna believe it off the strength of your title. It's not happening. I don't care how many people vouch for you. I don't know you. I don't trust you. So I got to do the knowledge to you. I got to make sure what you're saying is right and exact. So when you tell me something, I'm going to take what you told me or take what you tell me, and I'm going to research it. I'm going to research it. Montel, I've been seeing a lot of people say a bunch of different things in regards to this vaccine. It's weird. I know somebody said they know somebody that when they originally they got the first one and they got like real sick to the point where it almost took them out the game, and they gonna go back and get a second dosage of it. I'm like, man, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, man? This is another trick too, man. They giving they making it appear like they giving people the vaccine. Like, they giving it to people who, like I said, were not sick before getting it. Some of them probably did have COVID, but a lot of people didn't. Wasn't sick, were feeling just fine before they got the vaccine. They give them the vaccine. Then, of course, within the vaccine, they giving them the virus, man. They injected them with the virus. That's why a lot of people are getting sick, because they feel like at times exposure is going to breed immunity from it. So that's why they will shoot you with the virus. They will give you the flu and the flu shot to make you immune to the flu. That's the theory behind it. That's the so-called science behind it. So they're exposing you to the virus. That's what they're doing, which is quite interesting, because there are plenty of people who done had COVID more than once. So to put the virus in the vaccine, counterproductive. That ain't necessarily making you immune to it. And they even say that. They even say that just because you get the vaccine don't mean you cannot get the virus. But they giving people this virus, man. And this virus is making the vaccine. They're giving people the vaccine, and this vaccine is making a lot of people sick. It's making a lot of people sick. Like, I've heard plenty of cases, people get this vaccine and almost take them out the game. From like real life, not making it up type deal. So I'd rather opt for just eating my fruits and veggies and things that actually make me feel good, not sick. If I'm gonna do something that makes me feel sick before I get better, I'm gonna just detox. I'm gonna do something like that. I'm gonna cleanse myself. That's nature's way. Like, that's the real vaccine right there, just to cleanse yourself. Do a liver cleanse or gallbladder cleanse or something like that. That's when you gonna feel worse before you feel better. The natural way. Not getting a vaccine, them injecting something in you to make you sick. That ain't how that's supposed to operate. You can naturally do that by doing a cleanse. All right, you getting all the toxins out of your system, so now you naturally gonna feel sick before you feel better. That's the way to actually go about the situation. Not get a vaccine that's gonna make you sick. No, you don't want to do that. They ain't literally injecting that poison in you. See, when you detox, instead of somebody injecting a poison in you, the poison is leaving the body, hence why you feel bad. But what they doing with the vaccine is injecting the poison in you. Injecting the poison in you. So we don't have time for that, man. We don't have time for that. I'm gonna just detox. I'm gonna do it the natural way. I'm gonna eliminate the poisons the natural way. I'm gonna get my fast on. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna feel bad that way first. That's nature's way. That's the natural way. Oh, Terenzo, no doubt, 100%, 100%. Oh, Darvin, man, I was just talking about that. Dominique, what's going on with my brother? But yeah, that's it. I've seen that, man. People who didn't have any type of problems pre getting this vaccine, then they got the vaccine, all of a sudden, all type of problems now, all type of complications, and they just writing it off. They just writing it off. They ain't thinking nothing of it at all. Oh yeah, introverted. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now it's cool to put the muzzle on the baby. Now it's cool to look like you suffocating the baby because now it's protection. You protecting the baby now. All of a sudden, it's funny how quick things change, how quick the perspective shifts, and things of that nature. That's always interesting. It's always interesting. Bobby Peace, what's going on with you? Man, introverted, man. Like I said, I keep the circle small. And I really don't like to roll with people who who have the mass mentality. Really don't like to roll with those type of individuals. For one, we really not gonna necessarily get along. Because again, man, you talking to me like I had a client ask me, was I getting the vaccine? Straight up, I hit her with no. And she was like, what would it take to happen for you to get? I said, nothing. I'm not getting it. She was like, it was like she was appalled that I was just adamant about not getting the vaccine. I'm like, I'm not getting it. There is nothing that they could do. They literally have to come kidnap me and sedate me and then inject me with the vaccine. I'm not going to voluntarily get the vaccine. It's not happening. Why would I get it? I've been pretty good this whole entire time. I'm like, I'm gonna continue to take what I take and take care of myself and do the things that we should have been doing in the first place. That's my vaccine. RBG, like yeah, they didn't go too crazy this time, man. And then, I mean, man, it's crazy. It's crazy the way the world is, man. It's just crazy. Like I said, one day we gonna wake up and people gonna feel like it's okay not to wear the mask after they done been wearing the mask about year and a half, 2 years. It's getting to that point. Now we about to start slowly removing those masks. Now it's happening. It's because they said so. Because they said so. Because they telling you the cases are declining. Man, we already know how they can manipulate numbers and things of that nature. Like we said back in the day, some months ago. I think that a lot of times the numbers were already inflated. So now they just deflating the numbers, making the numbers appear to be low. Numbers were probably never really even that high in the first place. So this what's about to start happening now. All right, it was COVID season. All of a sudden, the only time you ever heard about when somebody got sick, ain't nobody have a flu, ain't nobody have a common cold. People just had COVID. I don't know anybody that had the flu, pneumonia, any of that. They just had COVID. When somebody was sick, it was COVID. Now they got the vaccine out here and the cases declining. Now you about to see all that stuff come back. Now all of a sudden people about to start having the flu, pneumonia, common colds, all of this stuff about to go back or come back. Ain't nobody gonna have COVID no more. They just gonna be sick. They just gonna be sick. It ain't gonna be COVID. It's gonna be called something else. All right, you got the flu now. All right, you got a common cold, man. You just got a cold. Oh, you got pneumonia. Like it's gonna be all of that stuff. All of that stuff about to come back. But when it was COVID season, when they ain't had no vaccine, everybody just had COVID. You went to the hospital, you had a headache, got COVID. Like everybody, you sick, you got COVID. You coughing, you got COVID. Now it's going to be something else because they got the vaccine out here and they want the vaccine to appear to be effective. So when you go in there now, you're going to come out with the flu now. Wouldn't be surprised if like the flu and all those numbers, like that stuff starts to increase now. Oh, introverted, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even keep that. So I don't even think it's a circle anymore on my end. I don't even think I have a circle. It's more like a C or something like that. Might just be a period. But I don't rock with too many people like that. Andronicus, peace. What's going on? Not impressed, man. Somebody let them know because everything good on my end. Yeah, The Walking Dead, man. People think that's a show. Like I said, that's real life. That was based off real life. When they did The Walking Dead, when they made that TV show, man, all they did was mirror real life. All they did was mirror what's really going on out here. That's all they did. That show is based off of what's actually happening. It's based off of what's actually happening. All they did was look at society and say, we just gonna make a show called Walking Dead. That's it. Oh yeah, Bobby, I've been seeing them. I definitely been seeing them go in. Like I said, man, it's been something consistently. I've been going in on it like a mug, man. We ain't playing around with it. I'm gonna talk about this vaccine until I can't talk about it no more, man, because it's trash out here. It's trash. And people falling for it. We fall for the okie doke. Justin, it's all experimental. And I'm not a guinea pig. I'm not a test dummy. I'm not gonna I experiment the natural way. I'm not about to be no test dummy. I already know how my body operates. So I'm not about to volunteer my life away like that, man. My body is sensitive to foreign invaders, man. It's sensitive to it, man. My body does not respond well to things like that. So if I sign up for a vaccine, that might take me out the game because I know how my body is. My body can't handle all of that, man, especially considering the fact that I've been eating clean. My body ain't going to respond well to stuff like that. Just like if I was to eat some meat right now, man, I'd be out for a week. Beautiful Goddess Keys, Peace Queen, what's going on? Oh, RBG all day, every day, man. Not only garlic and onion, man. Like even in the book I wrote about the inner mass, how to strengthen that immune system, man. There's plenty of foods that we need to be eating. But yeah, garlic and onion is cool. Of course, man, all your berries and all that. Cruciferous vegetables. I mean, just anything, any dark leafy green for real, man. All your fruits and veggies, man. If you eat enough fruits and veggies throughout the day, you good. You good. And they getting people, man. They selling people, you know, vitamin C supplements and things of that nature, which a lot of these supplements are actually counterproductive and can be harmful. And that's another thing that's another problem that we facing. So on the flip side, you got the people that's not trying to fool with the vaccine and they trying to take a natural approach. But then they preying on those people too by selling you a supplement, promising you a bunch of milligrams of vitamin C. But the thing of it is, you OD on some of these vitamins and minerals, and it becomes acidic when you do that. And then again, none of these vitamins and minerals work well in isolation. So you need other things along with the vitamin or the mineral for it to properly be absorbed. So when you take in mega doses of one vitamin or mineral, then that's actually doing more harm than good. So if you just get you a vitamin C supplement and you take it 2 or 3 of those a day, for one, you're probably going to exceed the daily recommended amount. Secondly, if you're not consuming it with things like iron and whatnot, like it's not being properly absorbed. Or if you got the fat soluble vitamins and things of that nature, then it's not being they not being properly absorbed if you just taking them in isolation. So if you're getting a vitamin A supplement, and they got a lot of information on vitamin A supplements being like toxic, being acidic. So if you taking the vitamin A supplement, along with it just being acidic by itself, if you're not consuming a healthy fat along with it, again, it is becoming more acidic. So it's like, man, they selling people a lot of these vitamins and minerals in isolation, and that's causing more harm. That's causing more harm than good. But they preying on it though. They done told people that certain vitamins can help build the immune system, and we just go get those vitamins in isolation. The best way to get your vitamins and minerals is to consume them via the foods that you eat, because a lot of these foods, they don't contain the vitamin and mineral in isolation. They contain several other vitamins and minerals within the food. So it's best to just eat a whole food, plant-based type of lifestyle, type of regimen, type of diet, whatever you want to call it. And you're going to get all your vitamins and minerals in abundance. You ain't got to worry about taking a vitamin C supplement, man. If you just eat enough fruits throughout the day, you're getting your vitamin C in amongst other things. Really that simple. So stop running to these supplements, man. Stop running to these supplements. If it's not vitamin D or B12, you do not need it in supplement form. You just do not. You just don't. But they preying on that too, though. They preying on us that way too. They preying on us that way too, man. They selling us all these vitamins, these minerals, and we go run it. We run into them and we buying them. That stuff starting to turn into like a medicine cabinet, man. We just got a bunch of vitamins and minerals to the point we're gonna stop eating food. We're just gonna take the vitamins. We're gonna take the vitamins and minerals. We ain't gonna eat the food to get it. We're just gonna take the vitamin and mineral in capsule form. Like, we don't need to be taking all those vitamins and minerals, literally. Literally. Oh, Darvin, man, that's crazy. You say one of the coworkers had a reaction right in front of y'all and thought she was a goner. And that's crazy. That's sick. I can only imagine what that what that was like. Can only imagine. Oh, magic rims, man. They ain't even planning the future pandemic. They already know what it is. They already know what the future one is. They already know it. They already know. They already know how they're gonna hit us in the future. Nothing new under the sun. They already know how that's gonna go down. They already know how they're gonna hit us. They already know it. They just waiting to put it in motion. That's all they doing. They just waiting to put it in motion. That's literally it. Oh yeah, introverted, and they ain't saying cut anytime soon. They gonna keep it rolling. Yeah, Bobby, that's what I'm saying, man. You separated your shoulder, you COVID. Like whatever you do is COVID related now. It's COVID related now, and that's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, you about to see cases of these other ailments come back to the surface. People about to start having colds again and the flu again, pneumonia again. That's about to start happening. Best believe. Yeah, introverted. I don't really give them any type of energy, man. We control the narrative. Flat out. Point blank, period. We control that narrative. RBG all day, every day. Yeah, they back on the shelves now. You can find Lysol now, most definitely. You could definitely find it now. Oh, not impressed, man. They gonna make it hard. You may have to go through life like Anne Frank, man, but they gonna make it hard on the people that's not vaccinated, man. I can already see that. They gonna make it hard for like employment, man. They just gonna make it hard for the people that like to travel, all of that, to go in certain stores. You ain't gonna be able to go to certain events, concert, whatever it is that you do. You probably not gonna be able to do these things if you're not vaccinated. Or what they gonna do, man? They gonna isolate you. They gonna make you they gonna make you feel like a criminal. They gonna criminalize you. You know, so if they allow you in this place, then you're not gonna be able to be with everybody else. So they're gonna isolate you, put you in a box, make you feel bad about yourself, things of that nature. Again, creating conflict where it doesn't really need to be. So they're gonna allow you in this vicinity, but the people that ain't vaccinated, y'all can only be on this portion of it. It's almost gonna be like the black and white type deal. You're gonna have the vaccinated restroom and the non-vaccinated restroom. Like, man, it's about to be crazy. They gonna start. I wouldn't be surprised if they start enforcing rules like that. Oh yeah, Dominique, man, you gotta study everything. Study life around you. It's a major key to life. That's a major key to success. That's why I suggest everybody do it. Because that way nothing really catches you off guard. Then if something catches you off guard, you just study it, then you gain that understanding. And now you no longer caught off guard by it because you did the knowledge to it. A lot of times we just get stuck on surprise mode. We ain't doing the knowledge to what surprised us or what caught us off guard. Do the knowledge to it, study it, research it. If it's fascinating, if it's something that you wasn't thinking about, never heard of, man, research it. Don't just get stuck on, man, I never heard of that. That's fascinating. Gain an understanding of it. Hey, introverted. Sometimes it's what you got to do. Hey, sometimes you got to throw on the 3-6, man, and you got to go tear the club up and stuff like that. In Reaper, peace. What's going on? D Monty, man, I don't know how people do it, man. I recently just had to go to a funeral, right? And man, they was hard on me about the man. They got on me like 2 or 3 times about like the people that work for the funeral home, and they got on me like 2 or 3 times about pulling my mask up over my nose. I'm like, yo, I got the mask on. What y'all doing, man? Like we trying to. I ain't seen some of these people, you know what I'm saying, in a long time, and I'm just trying to have a conversation with them, man. I can't really communicate with this mask all up in my nose, man. I was in there suffocate. So I really don't know how people operate like that, man. And I was having to pull that mask over my nose because I never wear it like that. But they was adamant about it in this funeral. Man, I was in there struggling. I was like, man, I don't know how people do this. I don't know how people do this. Is killing me, man. Like I was in there for like an hour, man, and just I had to keep pulling it down, man, just to get some air. So I'm like, nah, I can't rock with this. I can't be going to places where they getting on me about it, man. Like dude was just following me around, like, hey man, can you pull the mask up over your nose several times? I'm like, come on. Come on, dog. Like, I'm trying to be respectful, man, but I can't breathe in this joint with this mask all up over my nose, man. It just ain't happening. That's why I don't really like going places, man, because I ain't got time for that. Because that could have created a problem. Like, man, if you don't get away from me with this, man. But you know, I wasn't about to cause a scene, man, because it was bigger than me. The reason why we were there. So, but that was getting on my nerves, man, and I couldn't breathe properly. Ronnie Ryan, cashless society coming soon. Y'all are. That's why I left banking. Hey, in Reaper, I remember that. Ronnie Ryan, I don't know verbatim what's in the actual vaccine, but a lot of times they put the virus in the vaccine because they believe exposure breeds immunity to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there are strands of the actual COVID, like the virus in the vaccine, because they are known to do that. Like the flu vaccine usually would have the flu virus within it, because again, they believe exposure breeds immunity to it. Oh yeah, M Reaper, yeah, them counterfeit back papers, like that's crazy that we're gonna have to be on that. Maze, man, I was talking about, yeah, I did some knowledge on like how messed up the shower water is a minute ago, man. A lot of people don't be understanding that how filthy the shower water is, the water that we take a bath with, the water that we shower with. So it's important to have that filtration system for your shower water. A lot of us get it for like the actual tap water, you know, the sink and whatnot. But you got to get that more for your shower too. In Reaper, and that don't surprise me. That don't surprise me at all. That doesn't surprise me at all. At all. Yeah, introverted. What they what they call it? What they call them? Mankind. They say a kind of man, not an actual man. They say, but they are a kind of a man, like a kind of man, but not an actual man. Like, yeah, that's the one step for man, one step for mankind. They are a kind of man, but not an actual man type deal. Oh, DeMonte, people don't care about that. They just say, "Oh, I got this mask on, so I'm protected." They don't care anything about washing the mask, cleaning the mask. Nope. They just think I got mask on, I'm protected. DJ Elmo, peace. What's going on? Yeah, Justin, man, that dude, like, listen, that dude's like, just every time he see the mask beyond the nose, man, he just running up to you. I'm like, all right. I almost left, man, because I'm like, this is, come on, man, it's getting ridiculous, man. Hey, introverted, that'd be something. But you know what happened if we did that? They slowly start trying to eliminate us. We start coming up missing all type of stuff, man. Everybody that's involved in the lawsuit, we start slowly coming up missing. Like, yep. Every time you look up, one of us missing. Yeah, D-Monty, we were just talking about that. They stay in somebody's liquor store, hookah lounges. They stay in McDonald's, you know, Burger King, Popeyes, KFC, Church's Chicken, whatever you talk, whatever's toxic, whatever is acidic for the system, they stay with it. They stay indulging in it. But they own you about the mask. I bet you that dude that was following me around that funeral home about the mask, I guarantee you for breakfast, he probably had some bacon or something. You know, he had some swine that day. But he was, you know, hassling me about this mask. Lindell, no doubt. R.I.P. to Marvin Hagler. But yeah, man, these people, man, they own us. They own us with the mask, man. But like I said, they probably the most unhealthiest people on the planet. Yet they looking at you like you a threat to society because again, you would rather be maskless or you don't want to put the mask above your nose and things of that nature, man. So It's a crazy world that we living in. It's a gullible world that we living in. It's a predictable world that we living in, and we just got to do better. We got to do better. We can't be so predictable. Hence why we keep finding ourselves in the same type of predicament, same type of outcome, same type of situation. That's why the cycle continues to repeat itself, because we so predictable. And they know that. They know exactly how we're going to respond, how we're going to react. And that's the problem, because all we do is respond and react. We're not proactive with anything. We just reactive, man. And they know that. So they know exactly what to do in order to get us to move in a certain way. Hence why they do what they do when they do it, because they know exactly what the result will be. They know exactly what the response, what the reaction will be. And we prove them right every time. We got to start proving them wrong. We got to start proving them wrong. Yeah, Magic Realms, man. That's why I say, man, knowledge is everything, man. That's that foundation. That's that foundation, man. A lot of people just not, when your source of information is purely mainstream, it's easy for you to be brainwashed. When that's your source of information, when that's your foundation, when that's your source of knowledge, like mainstream sources, we got to go beyond the mainstream. A lot of people, that's their sole foundation. It revolves around mainstream information, whether it be mainstream music, mainstream news, mainstream books, mainstream people on YouTube, whatever the case may be. Their foundation revolves around everything that's mainstream. Everything that's mainstream. You got to dig deep for that truth, man, because that truth is buried at times, a lot of times. So you got to dig deep for it. If you're not digging that deep for it, then again, man, you about to fall for a lot of nonsense that's out here. Yeah, DJ Elmo, and I mean, again, they look right past that. All they didn't heard somebody tell them is to wear some masks. So that's all. That's all that they rolling with now. They don't care about the science. They don't care about any of that at all. And that's obvious, and it's sad. It's sad. Jay, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? Oh yeah, D Monty. D Monty, we didn't listen. We ain't enrolled for a lot of people in a lot of situations, a lot of states, man. We just don't be caring. We don't be caring. And M Reaper, they definitely, again, that agenda is real. That agenda is real, man. If don't know other, if you don't believe any other agenda is real, that one is definitely real. To emasculate, effeminize the black man, man, that is definitely a real agenda, definitely. And they have done a very good job at fulfilling that agenda. Very good job. Yeah, DJ Elmo, man, especially when you a person such as my caliber, man, that had a lot of respiratory issues growing up. I can't be rocking that for a long time, but I already knew the science. That's why I don't like going to places where I got to be there a long time and they want me to wear that mask above my nose and all that. It's just not going to work out well for me. I know the truth. I know the science. So it's not going to work. Yeah, introverted. We already know. Yeah, D-Monty, they about to be posted up in the Walmarts like the like AT&T and all that when they be having booths and whatnot set up in Walmart and be hassling you. That's how the vaccine folk. That's how FEMA about to be up in the Walmarts. Have you received your vaccine? You know they gonna be posted up in the electronic section. Yeah, introverted they can't. You know they can't. But even still, I just choose to I just choose to not really just go to certain places, man. That's why I just order a lot of stuff now, man. I don't even have time for it. I don't even have time for it because again, that's just negative energy that I don't even feel like I don't even feel like dealing with. So I just order a lot of stuff. I just try to stay out of these places, man, and just do my own thing. Don't have time for it. Don't have time for it. Terrell, Peach, what's going on? And Darvin, most definitely. And that's the best way to get it in. That's the best way to get it in. And Jay, you already know it. You already know it. It's all plan. We basically, listen, we basically living out their plans, man. That's basically what we doing right now. We just characters right now in their story. So at some point, we got to realize that we just characters, man, in their story. We got to start writing our own book, what I call the book of life, man. Right now, we not living out our like reality, our truth. We living out their truth, their reality. They have written the script for us, and we are following that script. At some point, you got to be like, man, I'm not living the life that I want to live, man. I'm living out this scripted life that they have given us. That's when things will change, when we realize that that's what's happening, and we start writing our own script, and we start living according to that script, according to that reality, according to that book. Right now, we in somebody else's book, written by an author or authors that don't care anything about us, and we wonder why we are in certain conditions, because that's the reason. That's the reason. That's the reason, man. That's just like, right, that the analogy here, it's like if somebody, you know, when people write those tell-all books and they control the narrative, so they can put somebody in that tell-all book and start a line telling a bunch of stories. But when somebody read that book, man, they start reading that book as if it's true. So they can make all type of accusations in that tell-all book, because they writing the book, they control the narrative. So for the time that you consume, that you reading this book, and they telling you all the people that they slept with, all the stuff that they did, you believe in that for that particular point in time. So for that particular point in time, they control the narrative in regards to how you see this person. This is what's happening. This is what's happening to us. That's how they are doing us, man. They are making us appear to be a certain type of way in their book, and we are soaking it up. We are soaking it up. We got to write our own version of the truth. So when somebody write that tell-all book and include you in it, the only way to counter that is for you to write something, or for you to come out and say, look, what they said incorrect. This is what happened. We not doing that though. We not doing that though. Jay, appreciate that donation, my brother. And in Reaper. And another thing too, about social distancing. Listen, I practice that naturally. I don't want people all up in my space naturally. So again, nothing is new under the sun. Social distancing been my way of life since I done been born for the most part. Man, get out of my space. I don't want you being near me like that. Even when we driving, when y'all done all took the driver's test, man, what did they tell you to do? They told you that, look, we had to practice social distancing while learning how to drive. What was supposed to be another car length? So we're not even supposed to be all up on somebody's bumper. So we supposed to have been practicing social distancing from driving to just real life, man. You don't want nobody in your space. They done already told you this. This is common sense, man. But then when this pandemic hit, all of a sudden they trying to give you this information like it's groundbreaking. Oh, 6 feet. Man, you should have been 6 feet. You don't know where this person's hands been. Man, listen, your parents, your grandparents been told you that. You don't know where such and such hands been. Like, you don't know nothing about this person, man. Why would I want to be all up in your space when I don't know anything about you? I don't know where you been. I don't know where you put your hands. Like, this is all old news. We should have been living like this. Should have been living like this. I was never all up on people, man. That didn't make any sense. When I don't know you, why would I be all up on you? Oh, Justin, I did not see that. I did not see that at all. Oh yeah, Magic Rims. He be on point. He be on point. Yeah, DJ Elmo, listen, I online shop, man, to just avoid all of the confrontations, man. I done went to plenty of gas stations and was about to walk right in, about to forget, I ain't got my mask on, man, and they almost tackling me and all that. So I say, man, listen, If I can't get my gas just at the pump without having to go in, I'm just not gonna go in, bro. I'm gonna go to another gas station, man. Cause I'm not trying to, I don't feel like I need to put this mask on just to get this gas, man. Like, just let me get this gas and leave. I don't like going in the gas station anyway. So it's like I don't even got time for it. D Monty, yeah, the stock market crash is definitely coming soon. Reason why I say that, because they got a lot of us well invested in the stock market. See, it's trending now. Investing is trending. So they about to tear that market down. People about to lose money. That's coming soon because there's too many black people getting hip to investing. They don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like black people making money. They don't like black people making passive money. So that's about to crash. They about to really do some damage there. That's happening. That's happening. I can promise you that. They've been talking about a crash coming for some years, man. So it's about that time because too many black people getting hip to all of this, man. So they about to do some strange things to that. Yeah, Terrell, like, hey, man, listen, Terrell, like, as if we didn't already, you know what I'm saying? As if we didn't already know this type of stuff. Like, it's been common sense, at least it should have been common sense, that when it comes to a lot of the ailments that we already face, it makes it that much harder to fight off like a virus or a sickness, right? See, that's what autoimmune disease is in the first place. When you get anything that's considered an autoimmune disease, that makes it that much harder for your immune system to fight off a cold, infection, virus. Hence, when people get AIDS, they don't necessarily die of AIDS, they die of pneumonia. So they get pneumonia, they get a cold, but since their immune system is so weak due to the virus, then they're not able to fight off the pneumonia, fight off the cold, and that's what they die of. So again, a lot of these situations or a lot of these ailments that we deal with weakens the immune system. It makes it that much harder to fight off a virus, an infection. And that's what they're not telling people. But they kind of secretly, not secretly, but indirectly threw that out there. And it was like the people that need to be more cautious are the people that suffer from diabetes, obesity, cancer, all of that. So they indirectly let you know what was going on. If you have a condition that weakens your immune system, you more at risk. They let you know. They let you know right there. You need to focus on strengthening your immune system. If you have a strong immune system, then you fare a lot better in order to in regards to preventing it and reversing it, or it just running its course and not doing any damage. But the people who are more at risk are the people who have these underlying conditions already. So they already let you know that. They already let you know indirectly the name of the game is strengthening your immune system. So they let you know that early. And that's with any virus. It don't matter what the virus is. The name of the game is to strengthen your immune system at all costs. So you want to focus on strengthening and building up the immune system. That's how you protect yourself from all of this. Not getting a vaccine. You are focusing on your immune system. That's what you focus on. The immune system is what fights off the viruses, the infections, and things of that nature. So the stronger your immune system is, the better your chances are of surviving something, preventing it, reversing it, etc., etc. Jay, man, hey, my condolences on that. And again, like I said, I was just at a funeral. Everybody had masks on, and people that worked at the funeral was enforcing it. The mask police, they didn't care about anything else other than, do you got this mask on and is it covering your nose? Hey, Jay, that's actually crazy. That kept crashing that's crazy. Yeah, D Monty, man, but hey, I naturally practice social distance. Naturally. Naturally. Yeah, Linda. Hey, and I was just talking to a brother today about that, man. Just getting our money up, man, and investing in our communities, man. That's the way. That's what we need to do. So I was just talking to a brother about this, man, a new client of mine, man, and that's what we was chopping it up about. So we really got to get on that, man, just so we can get some control, man. We can get some power back, man, because it's looking bad right now, man. Seriously, in all seriousness, it's just looking bad out here, man. We looking terrible out here. We looking bad. We looking bad off, and everybody want to talk about progress, this, that, and third. Like, black people, we not making progress like that. We not. It's same old song and dance. When you look at every era, you have the people out here that's standing for the truth. It be the same percentage every era, man. So you're gonna have a few people like us that's out here spitting the truth, but for the most part, everybody else is just blind, deaf, and dumb. So you could just look at every era and you're gonna have same situation, same scenario. You're gonna have people that's out here on the streets or YouTube, wherever they at, whatever the medium is in that era. You're gonna have a few people out here spitting the truth, let you know how wicked everything is. But for the most part, the masses not gonna do anything with it. Not gonna do anything with it. So it's the same old song and dance, man. Same old song and dance. Nothing is really changing for black people, man. Literally nothing. It, to me, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. So that means we just got a lot more work to do. In Reaper. This is another point I want to bring up. This is also something that's crazy, right? And just peep this. Just peep how this sounds, right? Just how people look at you as if you are a cancer to society if you were to go somewhere and not wear a mask, right? People look at you like you a cancer to society, like you spreading sickness and disease. But guess what? You get the same stares when you in a grocery store and you turn that food item to the back and you read the ingredients. Everybody looking at you like you an oddball. Now just imagine that. The same people that's concerned about their health and well-being because you don't have a mask on, they looking at you like you odd and you strange and you crazy because you reading about what you putting into your body. Now, how much sense does that make? You concerned about your health because I don't have a mask on, but then when I'm reading ingredients, you like, man, what is he doing and why is he reading ingredients? Why is he concerned about what he putting in his body? Just like you worried about me not wearing a mask, I'm worried about what I'm putting into my system. That's how crazy the world is. They gonna judge you for not wearing a mask, and then they're also gonna judge you for reading the ingredients. So you don't wear the mask, you endangering them. But then you reading the ingredients, now you taking your health too seriously, you taking it too far, you tripping, you crazy. You can't win out here. It's a lose-lose situation. Hey, RBG all day, man. It's crowded where I'm at too. That's why I stay away from stores and things of that nature. Yeah, NCJ rocking. That's all I'm on, man. I try to chill out, man. I do my training, do what I got to do, man. I just stay out the way. I already never liked stores in the first place, so it's really a lot of this stuff just made it easier for me to be who I naturally am. I ain't like to get out into society anyway, unless I was running or something, getting some sun. That's about it. But I ain't really like dealing with the masses anyway. So now this just gave me a reason not to deal with it. Like, oh, yep, not going to the store, not doing it. I just ordered this. Yeah, D Monty. Yeah, because they came out and started writing articles about you can't get, but you know, the chances are minimal if you eat the swine and get the swine flu. So that's what they went and did. I remember reading about that recently. That's how they countered that, because we already know how powerful the meat industry is. So they had to protect themselves. They was like, oh no, you can eat the swine, you can eat the pork. That ain't gonna necessarily lead to the swine flu. So then when they did that, then that made it okay for people to go back to eating pork. So they wasn't in fear of their lives. But we all know how garbage pork is. We already know that. We already know that. DJ Elmo, yep, I have heard of cat's claw. Yep, I already know. I have heard about it. In Reaper, and I'm gonna give y'all another jewel based off of what you just said. Actually, the crazy thing about it is I did some knowledge on viruses a while back. I mean, I'm talking about years ago. And I think I posted it on Facebook, but I read in a book, and there were several books that confirmed it. But I read a book, they was talking about HIV, but they was like the virus in and of itself, talking about HIV is not harmful. They said the virus is actually harmless. And they was like, we all got we all have the virus, is laying dormant within us. It's your lifestyle choices that activate these viruses and make them harmful. So basically what he was saying is we all have the potential to activate these viruses, but these viruses in and of themselves are harmless unless you do things to make the virus harmful, meaning eat the wrong foods, stress yourself out, etc., etc. So he was like, the virus in and of itself is not harmful. It's the lifestyle choices that turn that virus into something destructive. And I thought that was an interesting perspective, see? And I have, like, through all of my research and studying, I have come to find out that that is an actual fact. These viruses are not necessarily the problem. It's the lifestyle choices. See, when these viruses have an environment to thrive on or thrive in, that's when they become destructive. But the virus in a healthy environment is harmless. It's not doing anything because it doesn't have anything to feed off of. But when you place this virus in an environment where it has a lot of food to feast off of, then it becomes a problem. It starts to grow. It starts to grow. So a lot of people don't understand that. These viruses in and of themselves in a healthy environment, the virus can't do anything. Virus not going to do anything. If this virus go from healthy environment to healthy environment, like it don't have any food, don't have anything to consume. So it's harmless. It's harmless. Your lifestyle is what's going to start to make it become destructive and toxic and things of that nature. Fungi, what's going on with you? D Monty, that's an interesting perspective. That's an interesting perspective. But either way it go, y'all, you know who we value more than anybody, this system. So don't matter who, like, this system tell us to do something, we doing it. Hence why we doing it. Oh, magic rims, you can't be a messenger out here. And even just to get religious for a second, y'all don't really fool with it, but you can take a lot of Jews from the religions. When you look at the messengers, whatever religion that you study, just study the messengers, study the prophets, study the people that came and they was telling people the truth. Just look at how many people actually believed them. Not a lot. Not a lot. And that's the message that you got to take from these religions, man. You had a lot of prophets. You had a lot of messengers that was coming and telling you, like, hey, this is about to happen. If you don't stop doing this, this is what's going to happen to you. Who I wham. Everybody wrote them off as being crazy. So that's why a lot of people shoot down the messenger. That's why, man, listen, somebody tell me some things that I feel like is interesting or I feel like it's a warning. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to pay attention to it because you never know. You never know. You never know. I'm not just about to write somebody off like, hey, that's crazy. No, I'm going to do the knowledge to it because, man, this person ain't have to tell me this information. And they volunteered this information. This random person just randomly came up to me and told me this information. That's important. I ain't about to just write it off like that. Not impressed, man. People out here still smoking the cigarettes. They still getting sloppy drunk with mask on. Make it all make sense. Oh, Jay, yeah, no doubt. Pass that stimulus check. Got people excited real quick. Now what we about to do? About to go take all that stimmy money and go give it right back to them. We gonna go give it right back to them. That's what we gonna do. We gonna take that stimmy money and give it right back to them. Right back to. That's why they don't mind passing these joints. That's why they don't mind giving us this money. That's why they don't mind. Jalen, man, they get blackballed. Listen, Jalen, people who stand on the truth, some of them get blackballed. Some of them get assassinated. Some of them get some of them get shipped overseas. Like a lot of things be happening. A lot of different things happen to the people who stand on the truth. Depends on your threat level. If you a major threat, they're gonna assassinate you for the most part. If you a moderate threat, then they're gonna give you that hush money and just tell you be quiet. Like if you a low level threat, they ain't gonna do nothing to you. They may send a few bots to your, you know what I'm saying, your social media, give you a little warning and whatnot, say, hey, chill out. Stop talking about what you're talking about. But when you like a major threat, you got major influence, they don't have to take you out the game. Justin, that's big, man. I ain't hear about that, but that's big. We already know what they trying to do, though. And they didn't been did it, man. They didn't been detached us, man. They didn't been destroyed the black household, the black family. that operation is thriving. We so dysfunctional, it don't even make any sense. That operation is thriving. Yeah, D-Monty, it should be. It most definitely should be. Not impressing. That, hey, I was doing some knowledge about secondhand smoking. A lot of people that get lung cancer, and a lot of people that get it from secondhand smoke. That was one of the major ways that people get lung cancer, through secondhand smoke. That's crazy. Like, you ain't smoked once in your life, but just being around it, now you got lung cancer. That's crazy. People need to be considerate who they smoke around. JKJ, it makes no sense. You walk in, it's required that you had a mask on to get in the restaurant, knowing that in order to eat, I got to take the mask off. So, I mean, you can't make it make sense. Oh yeah, hey, Magic, man, listen, you get judged for doing anything that, anything that is elevating you, you gonna get judged for it, man. You grow your own food, you getting judged for it. You read a book, you get judged for it. You listen to music. I can't tell you how many times, man, I pull up on the side of somebody when the weather is good, bumping some so-called conscious music, and they looking at me like, man, this dude crazy. All because I ain't listening to something that's destructive out here. I'm listening to something that's educating me while I'm riding. And now you looking at me like I'm crazy. I could be listening to a lot worse. So you better soak in the message and listen to the jewels while we at this red light. Stop looking at me like I'm crazy. And Reaper, and that's, hey man, we gotta we gotta protect ourselves via the food, man. They doing a lot of stuff to this food out here, man. A lot of stuff to the food. Yeah, D Monty, that the health nut. You take stuff too serious. It's crazy to me. People tell me I take stuff too serious, but like I said, you talk about the mask, and look who's taking that serious. Look who's taking that seriously. So now all of a sudden everybody taking their health seriously. But when I was doing it, when I'm reading ingredients, when I'm telling people not to eat certain foods, then I'm taking everything too far, too seriously. I'm too restrictive and things like that. Like, now you see me without a mask and you about to tackle me. Now who's taking their health too seriously now? Like, come on, man. I used to get criticized, man, telling people, drink your water, man, eat some fruits, all this, that, and the third. Stop eating this meat. Stop eating that pork. Stop eating that cheese. Stop drinking that milk. Ah, man, you taking it too seriously, man. You got to live a little. That's what people was telling me. That's what people was telling me, man. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do that. You got to live a little. All right, well, I should say the same thing to you all that's trying to enforce this mask policy. To live a little. That's what y'all was telling me. I don't drink no alcohol. Y'all try to get me to drink the alcohol by saying I need to live a little. Well, why don't y'all live a little? Just like y'all was telling me. Just like y'all tell everybody else that try to take care of themselves. Live a little. Terenzo, no doubt, man. And nobody knows the body better than you. You the best knower of yourself. At least you should be. But we give that power to other people. Bradley, peace, man. Hey, and there you go. There you go. And if you continue to do it, you will never have an infection. You will never be sick. You will be right and exact. We good. We rolling. And I got plenty more information, man. Listen, I'm always learning. Always learning. So we ain't even mastered it yet. Ask Real 7 Peace, what's going on with you? Hey, Walker 404, that's exactly what I thought. I said, man, well, y'all living in my world now. Y'all living in my world now with the social distancing. This is my world right here. I fool with it. Can't go in no store like everybody was breaking down. They can't do nothing. I'm having a ball. I'm like, quarantine, I do this anyway. Like, I do this. So I'm still having a ball, man. I ain't worried about it. Yeah, fungi, it's already burying a lot of us. It's already, like I said, they want two classes, and this been an objective for a minute. They want two classes, man. They want the poor and the rich, no middle, no in between. RBG all day, every day. This is what, like, it's only biological warfare in the sense that they know that when they expose us to these viruses, that we're not going to do what we need to do to take care of ourselves. See, the real biological warfare for real is with the foods. It's with the foods. Because when they give us all, when they supply us with all these viruses, all these ailments, all these illnesses, when they do that, when they create these viruses in the labs, man, the best way to combat these viruses, man, is to watch what you eat and to take care of yourself. When you do that, then these viruses ain't gonna cause any damage. But when they give you these viruses, man, when they construct these viruses, create these viruses in these labs, they know that along with the foods that they have created in the lab, that it's gonna be, man, it's gonna be highly destructive, highly destructive. It's just gonna expedite the process. They like, man, we're gonna give them these genetically modified foods that's wreaking havoc on the system. Then we're gonna give them a virus. So the genetically modified food is gonna give them the condition that makes it worse for them when they get the virus. So when you get the virus, you done ate this processed and genetically modified food for so long, you're already near death. So when you come across this virus, it's just gonna wipe you out. So that's the plan. That's a tag team effort. We're gonna give them the food first that's tearing them down. Then we're gonna give them the virus that just takes them out. So that's the warfare. That's the warfare. DJ Elmo, man, there's been plenty of people. Not only Dr. Sebi, plenty of doctors that actually cured HIV because it's really not even complicated. It's not complicated because, like the book said, HIV really ain't even harm. It's harmless. Harmless virus. Harmless. So it really don't take nothing to actually cure it. Because it's really not anything that you are actually curing. Like if you do what's necessary to cleanse your system, then that virus is still there. It's just dormant. It's not destructive. It's not doing anything. So it don't take anything to actually reverse the condition because all you gotta do is cleanse the system, create that alkaline environment. Now the virus cannot thrive, can't thrive at all. So Dr. Sebi won a court case, but it's been a few other cases too where people then reversed it. Dr. Sebi is just the one that became popular, but it's a lot of other people that have said they have cured AIDS. Like I did a video a while back, some months ago, about the book Roger's Recovery or something like that, man, where that doctor helped the dude revert, and he was at the stage of AIDS, and he reversed it naturally. So you know, it's a lot of cases out here, but they don't want all that stuff to become public, and we know that. Hey, D Monty, what they say, we perish from a lack of knowledge. That's what we perish from a lack of knowledge. Oh, Lindell, man, yeah, that question, man, from Kurt was a powerful question, man, about just how do we eliminate the jealousy and hate amongst our people. And like I was saying, it's self-hatred. So in order for us to eliminate the hatred that we have for one another, we got to eliminate the self-hatred. And a lot of that is an inside job. But like Malcolm X said, somebody taught you to hate yourself. So we got to look at who taught you to hate yourself. You're not coming out of the womb hating yourself. It's just learned behavior. So somebody taught you that. Somebody taught you that indirectly, subliminally. And that's what's happening. That's why I say we got to control the narrative, because the mainstream outlets are encouraging us to hate ourselves. That's what's leading and giving birth to the self-hatred. And then when you hate yourself again, you're going to hate anybody that looks like you. Prime example, where I live at, St. Louis, bro, and it's crazy. The highway that I use to go home every night, it was a shootout, rolling shootout on that highway last night. The crazy thing about it is the time that shootout happened, I was supposed to be on that highway in that exact spot around that same time. But a client just so happened to show up on me. So I was about an hour late. I got stuck in traffic, man. The highway was closed off because it was a rolling shootout on the highway that I use every night, man. Dudes out here shooting on the highway, killing innocent people. Some innocent lady died via this shootout. So this is the type of stuff that we dealing with, man. This is the type of stuff that we dealing with. It's like the world and got crazier. I don't know if you all have noticed it. but the world definitely got a lot crazy during this whole pandemic, man. Just from the way people driving and the way people acting, the world has got a lot crazier. That's why I say things have gotten worse. Terenzo, man, 100% agree with that. 100. Hey, we got to focus on becoming the system that we want instead of hollering at this system. RBG, yeah, they make it look nice. They make it look nice. They gonna do that. They gonna do that. Yeah, D Monty, and that's what I talked about, man. I had talked about HIV and all of that, and how the cousin of that virus came from the monkey. So I was like, man, it's only one or two ways we got that virus, man. So they took the blood from the monkey and they injected it in humans and things of that nature, man. Or we out here having sex with the monkeys. Oh, Justin, yeah, I heard about it. And what's crazy, it's crazy. I want to figure out how to word this, but it's crazy because you talk about the premise. And what's crazy is instead of us really highlighting the power of the powerful people that then came and went, it's kind of crazy that when we come out with these movies about us, the main premise is the betrayal aspect of it. The only thing when people talk about matter of fact, they named it the Judas and the Black Messiah, like they did Judas. They made it, they made it religious for no reason really, but they made it that. They made it about that. Now we know and understand that that's out here, man. But I feel like, man, if that's the only thing that you really took away from the movie, man, then that's crazy. That's adding on to the division. That's adding on to the oh, yep. See, it be your own people. It be your own people. But do y'all realize how many black people was riding for Fred Hampton? If the only thing we're gonna take away from that is it be your own people that sell you out, man, look at how many black people supported Fred Hampton and didn't sell him out. So look how they get us so convoluted and twisted. We so focused on the one person that sold him out. It was 1,000, it was millions of black people that supported Fred Hampton that would have never sold him out. So see how quickly we overlooked that? See how quickly we overlooked that? We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna focus on the few people that may have sold him out, but not all the black folks that was riding for him. So we're gonna say it be your own people that set you up, that sell you out. It also be your own people that be supporting you too. It was a lot of black folks riding for Fred Hampton. It was a lot of black folks supporting Fred Hampton. It was a lot of black folks that would never have sold out Fred Hampton. Let's focus on that too. Let's tell that part of the story too. Let's do that. And let's do the same thing with Garvey. Man, Garvey wouldn't have been Garvey without the support of black people. Fred Hampton wouldn't have been Fred Hampton without the support and backing of a lot of black people. But the main premise of all of this is the betrayal. See, like I said, be your own people. That's how that's just crazy how they do that, how they twist it to where that's all we focus on. That's the only takeaway we got from it. Oh, fun game, no doubt. Always need to diversify them skills. Always, always. Yeah, Travian, man, yeah, promoting the vaccine. They promote that vaccine everywhere. I'm probably finna get on Facebook right now. It's gonna be several ads talking about the vaccine because they tapped in, they listening, they collecting that information. So whatever you talk about, you finna see ads for it. Oh yeah, Terrell, that's the real war right there through the food. Yeah, they got us, man, through the food, through the media. That's where the war is at. The wife is in the building, y'all. Say peace to the wife. Fun gay. That's how you gonna do. You in great health, but I know you haven't been vaccinated. What's happening? Like, no, I mean, if I'm in great health, then we good. We're gonna pass on that vaccination. We gonna pass. We in good health. We don't need that. We don't need that negativity. Yeah, DeMonte, they don't go for it at all. I learned that by taking French courses. Yeah, Jay Caperson is crazy. They want to make, you know how they want to make them, they want to make themselves seem like they came up, created everything. So all of this stuff already has a cure in nature. But see, they want to come out and they want to give you a cure to make it look like they are, they created something, they originated it. Like, so it ain't no cure for it until they say it's a cure. Now it's been a cure for it, but they don't have rights over the cure. So that's why they like, oh, there is no cure for this, because they haven't created the magic pill for the, what I'm saying? So yeah, when they say something is incurable, that's a lie. That's a lie. There is nothing that's incurable out here. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. That may cause controversy, but I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Yeah, fungated soil quality, man, is out here trash too. That's another thing people don't be understanding. Shakir, man, yeah, most of the herbal teas are cool. I wouldn't really overdo herbal teas like that, man. Like I said, real simple. Just get your water in, get the water in, get the fruits and veggies. Man, you focus on eating them organic fruits and veggies, you'll be good for the most part. You make that the main staple of your lifestyle, along with your water and exercise, and do your breathing exercises and things of that nature, you will be good. You will be good, man. The herbal teas, for the most part, man, they not destructive. Yeah, Jada. Yeah. Dr. Sebi died from pneumonia. Even the dude that popularized the mucusless diet healing system, his death was like weird. I think he fell and messed up his head or something. That was controversial at the time. A lot of people believed that they had something to do with him dying. Century definitely. It definitely has shifted. Definitely have shifted. Magic rings. I can't make it. I'm telling you, I can't make it up, man. It's a crazy world out here, and the world ain't got crazier. The world has gotten a lot crazier. I'm telling you, man, people just driving crazy, people just acting crazy. Like, it didn't got crazier. It didn't got crazy. It definitely has got crazier out here. Like, I just been paying attention. I'm telling you, man, like, people don't even follow traffic rules no more, man. I'm telling you, people be running red lights. Like, it's crazy out here. And it just started happening. Yeah, Bradley, the preachers living in fear, but like, they Bible is telling them that they shouldn't fear no man and things of that nature. Yet that's exactly who they fearing. I am legend, no doubt. I'm glad I'm not the only one noticing it. And we, yeah, definitely got to get more balanced out here. Definitely got to deal with balance. Yeah, Ace to Dime, man. You get your fruits in every morning, man. You good, you rolling, you rocking. That's why I tell people, man, it's real simple, man. Just eat a diverse or a variety of fruits, and I'm guaranteeing you, man, you're gonna be good. Because for one, we talking about the vitamin C that they told everybody to consume. It's, man, you eat enough fruits and veggies, you getting that vitamin C. So you protect it, man. You're gonna get your vitamin C, you're gonna get all the other vitamins and minerals that you need to protect the immune system. Just eat a diverse selection of fruits and veggies, man. You're gonna be good to go. Gonna be good to go. You're gonna be good to go. Not impressed, man. They got the wrestlers out here doing it. Man, come on. Well, again, that don't surprise me though. That doesn't surprise me at all. Terrell, man, even look, Hippocrates, which they got this stuff from us, but even Hippocrates was like, let the food be our medicine. And we don't follow that. And yet you, a doctor, supposed to take a Hippocratic oath. And that same Hippocrates, that you supposed to be taking the oath from, told you let thy food be thy medicine. Thou shalt cause no harm and all type of stuff like that. Like, y'all know what the Hippocratic oath is. They shouldn't be doing any harm to people. Yet that's exactly what they doing when they administering these vaccines. That's part of the Hippocratic oath, man. That's part of the Hippocratic oath. They going against the oath every time they give somebody a vaccine. So we already know how it go, man. They causing all type of problems. They going against the oath. They going against what they actually supposed to be out here doing. They going against the philosophies of Hippocrates, but yet taking the oath though. Lorenzo, yes sir. Arnold Ehret, man. I think I read every book by Arnold Ehret. Yeah, DJ Elmo, and I'm already hip, man. That's why even the dude that the book I read about Roger's recovery from AIDS and whatnot, he had to go, man. He had to go overseas. He had to flee the country because they was after him. Like he literally had to flee the country once he reversed AIDS or he healed the guy from AIDS, man, and he started actually teaching it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and treating other people, man, opening up facilities. They was like, bro, you got to go. And he had to flee the country. He had to legit flee the country. It's crazy. And when you out here pushing health, that now your life is in danger. You might get assassinated for encouraging people to eat or drink orange juice, like natural orange juice, to reverse a condition. Like your life might be in danger. Like that's crazy, man. I tell people to start fasting, then they may come at my head. Like, man, what you telling people to fast for? But if I told y'all to eat McDonald's, then we all good. I'm still in business. I'm still up and running. Our D Monty, always eating season. Always. And then I got some knowledge too on like frozen fruits. Sometimes frozen fruits, if we can't eat in season, sometimes the frozen fruit is actually beneficial than more beneficial than the actual produce in the store. Something that's called flash frozen, meaning as soon as it's picked, they freeze it. And that actually keeps the nutrients intact more. So sometimes, man, if you can't find no fresh produce, just get the frozen joints. The frozen joints are actually a lot more nutritious than we think. So that frozen fruit, like the organic frozen fruit, hey, stock up on them joints. Stock up on them joints. Those are not as bad as you may think. So start your morning off, man. Get you some frozen fruits, man, some organic frozen fruits. Get you some leafy greens, man, and some coconut water or some water, man, and make your smoothie. Get your day started like that. You Walker hey, Walker, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling you, the driving is crazy. It's crazy. D Monty, I wouldn't be surprised that if it comes out, it's gonna be real watered down and fabricated. If it does come out. Tavon, my brother, what's going on? Yeah, DJ Elmo, the allopathic approach, it definitely threatens that. Definitely. And RBG all day, every day. Yeah, you get in trouble, man. If I came out here and told people that I know some people that had COVID and I gave them this herb, this supplement, I told them to do this and they reversed it and they healed themselves rather quickly, then they gonna be like, oh, gotta get rid of do the problem, that's pseudoscience, that's quackery, that's nonsense. Don't listen to him. No science to back up what he's saying. Take this vaccine, etc., etc. So again, man, when you out here pushing that health, man, you are a major threat to society, and that's sick. It shouldn't be that way. You should be a major benefit to society, not a threat. You shouldn't look at me as a threat. D Monty, I rock with the book that I'm talking. The book that I'm talking about when the dude was talking about HIV not being or the HIV virus being harmless. He fools with AR Vita. Yeah, I do the knowledge to AR Vita a lot. I fool with some of the stuff that they talk about. Now their breakdown of body types is rather interesting. And I will speak on that in later videos. But the way they break down the body types is rather interesting, especially the body type that's attributed to Black people. I find it very interesting. Find that very interesting. But again, I could break that down in a future video. But I take a lot of things from A.R. Vita though. The book I'm talking about right now, Timeless Secrets of Health and Rejuvenation. He talks about A.R. Vita a lot in that book. He actually I think he practiced A.R. Vita a lot. Or not a lot, but I think he practiced it. And that was his foundation. Oh man, hey, magic, yep. And that's what happened. That's what they do. That's why I ain't listen. That's why I ain't making no type of claim. I ain't claiming to cure nothing. Because they ain't finna give you like that. See, that's how they get you. See, we gotta be wise too. We gotta stop coming out here saying, well, we got the cure for it. Like, nah, if I tell people to do something, I'm not gonna suggest that it's a cure. That's the way you trick them. See? Because then they can't say that you made a claim to cure something. No, I just suggested that people do this to take care of themselves. Just make suggestions. See, we got to be wise, and we can't come out here saying, man, I got the cure for AIDS. I got the cure for cancer. Nah, just say, hey, you suffering from cancer, man, just try this out. Or just make recommendations. So then that way, when they try to get on your throat, get on your head, you be like, man, I didn't necessarily say this was a cure. I just recommended somebody do this. I just recommended that they do this in general. So that's how we got to do it. We got to twist the language on them. Yeah, DeMonte, it's interesting, man. Like the whole description for the body type that's attributed to Black people was like negative. It is crazy. They made the black body type for the most part, they made it purely like negative, purely weak. You would think that we was like the weak race according to A.R. Vita and the body types. That's when I started to look at that in a different light. It was kind of interesting. So that's why I don't necessarily follow it. I mean, they got some interesting things in there, but that was kind of crazy when I read that the body type that was attributed to Black people and A.R. Vita. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can look it up. You can look it up. It's crazy. I can do a video on it and just read it verbatim. But it was crazy. It was like that. Everything that's attributed to the black body type, the typical Black body type, is something that's negative and recessive. Yeah, DeMonte, it's similar. It's similar, man. But you read that, man, you would just start thinking you the weakest person on the planet. Like, hey, wait a minute, whoa. Like, who is responsible for this information? So that's I tell people, man, like systemic racism, man, it goes back. Goes back. It goes back. There's a lot of history to this. Yeah, DeMonte, a lot of people don't want to fight for it. They don't want to fight for it. They're gonna allow these corporations to do what these corporations want to do, and we're gonna be looking silly. Like you said, just not understanding and knowing like the law and understanding how things work. But that's all we got to do, man. Just gain that understanding. Gain that understanding. Do the knowledge, man. Do the knowledge. Put what you learn into motion. That's gonna give you that understanding. It's that simple. It's that simple, man. But we don't be operating like that. We don't be operating on that basis under that condition. We got to start doing that though. But man, with that being said, y'all, man, this was another stream, and I have another powerful stream. I wasn't able to really go live this week and stream this week like I really wanted to, man. Life was real. Got a little busy with the schedule, man. Got a lot of clients. Gym doing pretty good, so I had to take care of that end, man. But I'm gonna get back to it, man. We're gonna get back to putting this information out. Just wanted to touch bases with y'all today, though. But I'm gonna let y'all, man. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and rest it up, man, and enjoy the rest of this Saturday evening. I may tap in with y'all tomorrow. Who knows? Depending on how we feeling. Man. But I definitely tap in with y'all on Monday, most definitely. So you could be out, you could be on the lookout tomorrow, may tap in, but definitely Monday. I'm gonna be back Monday doing what we do best, dropping that information, inspiration, motivation, encouragement, positivity, all of that good stuff, man. But I appreciate all the comments, man, the love, the donations, all of that good stuff, man. Y'all be easy out here. Y'all enjoy rest of this Saturday evening, man. Do y'all some healthy things, get y'all some rest in, some water, all that good stuff, man. Stretch before y'all lay down. But I'm out, y'all. I see y'all, or not see y'all. I'll talk to y'all probably tomorrow and Monday. I'm out. Y'all be easy. Peace.